producer, also the graffiti writer, aka Peter Rosen, half Jewish, half Mexican, from Boyle Heights. I was born and raised in LA. I started out in Boyle Heights, which is like the east side of LA, kind of what everybody associates with like the lowrider culture, and Mexican culture, Latino culture. And then I ended up moving to Echo Park, and also lived in this area called Monterey Park. My dad's a jazz pianist, so I grew up being around music. You know, my dad used to take me to rehearsals, and I used to be around a lot of guys that played jazz their whole life. And I was always into hip hop. My sister, you know, put me on Public Enemy, De La Soul, and you know, the first vinyl I ever bought or something was like NWA. My dad probably hated it because it was like Dope Man, you know, it was just super rugged at the time. When I got like in high school, I always thought, you know, I couldn't really maybe do what he did. He was just super technical, but I was always into hip hop. And then I hung out with some skater punk cats that were like all about skating, and there was a lot of music involved with their doing in bands. And I saw the bass guitar and I was like, I think I like that because it kind of has that bass element, and hip hop had that. So I went like with my dad and saved the money and bought a bass at Guitar Center. And then ever since then I like would practice and then just take lessons or go to school for it, you know. Well, you know, you kind of know what it takes, you know what I mean? You gotta practice, you know, if you're gonna get good at an instrument, you have to practice. And so my dad would always be like, yeah, you know, you just gotta practice. And one rule of thumb was just like, he's like, look, as a musician, like you have to get along with people. If you're easy to work with and you're talented, you'll do fine. Yeah. But if you're hard to work with, they'll replace you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I was always really easy to get along with, so I never really had that problem. I know how to read, and I know I spent more time learning about music theory than just sitting and reading classical. Theory is more like the formula of notes and how to like put them together. So I kind of focused on that and improvisation. I started studying in Pasadena with this teacher Bobby Bradford, and he taught improvisation classes, and he's played with Dizzy Gillespie and a lot of the OG guys. And so I just try to be around people that were authentic. You know what I mean? Like you could learn jazz, but people that grew up in that era, it's a different reality, you know? So that's what. Well, when I make beats, you know, like if I'm gonna make like a bass heavy beat, like something that just bumps, I'll start with the drums. You know, I make sure the drums are right, I tune my 808s, and I get everything kind of loop. And then I worry about creating a melody around that, you know? But if I'm writing a song that's more of a melodic thing, and it's like a song, I'll play it on the keys, and then, you know, I'll chop up a break. You know, I'll chop a break up and I'll have it looping, and then I'll play the keys on top until I find some ideas, then I'll record myself, then I'll start looping myself. Then if I want to, in pre-production, I'll play the bass, I'll play, if I want guitar or any other instruments that I want. And if later on I kind of know someone I know has that specific flavor I kind of want, like I want to be more in the producing as opposed to playing everything, then I'll get them to come in and do their thing. I like shit that bumps. You know, if I get in a club or a venue that has a big system, I want to feel like it's hitting, or I want to feel like you can like listen to something that's not just drums, you know what I mean? There's a melody in there that can keep you going. And yeah, I can make different stuff, but I feel like as far as right now, where I'm at, what I like to do when I perform and DJ, it fits to what I'm doing, you know? And being that I'm close with a lot of guys that came out of either Low End Theory or Brain Feeder, and a lot of other hip hop guys that came out of LA, worked with them. Like I feel like that's kind of like what I just feel about everything culminating, you know? Yeah. I kind of believe in being current. Like I definitely believe like, you know, I'll take samples, chop them up, flip them, make rap type beats, like 90s sound stuff. But I just try to do it well, and I'm not opposed to liking new stuff. You know, I'm not like, oh, hip hop is this way or that way now, and it's only good here and there. So I just try to embrace it all. I'm putting it out for free because I feel like I just want people to understand where I'm coming from. I'm gonna follow it up with a project. I'm, definitely distribution, all those other things, actually making physical product will be a part of what I'm doing. I just want people to get it out there, use all the social media, like all the avenues that we live in now, and just give something for free and see what happens. I just try to look at this as like a stepping stone to something to evolve as an artist. But I feel happy about the way it sounds. I got some good people involved, and DJ Nobody mastered the record at Daddy Kev Studio. Gaslamp Killer, Sam I Am have definitely been two guys. Computer J. They're guys that not only like do I respect, but they're more like my friends on a personal level, and like they would be my friends if I didn't make music, you know what I mean? So like you just kind of have each other's back, but that's pretty much like, there's other people like DJ Nobody, people that I definitely like respect and admire. But those are the three guys that I probably spent the most time with, Well, I guess it's changed through the eras, but I definitely think like it started off with probably Dr. Dre. I think my next real like person I was really into was like, I thought was dope, was the RZA. The first 36 chambers and all the first solo records were just like super on point. I felt like they were on top of the game at that point, They really, like, for me, were really dope. Especially the Raekwon Cuban Links and the GZA Liquid Sword. Definitely Timberland, like, I don't care if something's mainstream or it's underground, if it's dope, it's dope. So for me, Timberland just always had this certain pocket about his beats, but it was like, it could bang in the club, you could work with, Aaliyah, Missy, like he just was across the board, and I always felt like he had that kind of uncanny kind of beat making, flavor. Shoutouts to Gaslamp Killer, Sam I Am, Computer J, the whole Bowman Theory crew, Brain Feeder crew, Peabody, Wildflower, Zest, MSK, Vice LTS, Fish KOG, and just anybody that's just like representing themselves out there, really.